Recently I was doing my weekly shop at my local supermarket when I came across this, and it got me thinking, could I have saved this little guy? A pack of eggs, pretty simple. You crack them into a frying pan, cook it, and slap it on a plate ready to eat for breakfast.
So why is it that 720 million eggs go to waste each year in the UK alone? And I'm even guilty of this myself.
You go to the supermarket, you buy 12 eggs, you open the pack to find one's already cracked, you drop one, 3 go out a day, and half the time you don't even finish your scrambled eggs on toast anyway.
But not today. I'm gonna be hatching a pack of eggs that I bought from a supermarket with this.
But to hatch this 6-pack of Sainsbury's eggs, I'm gonna need to take special care in the incubation process. I need to make sure the temperature's perfect, the humidity's perfect, and the eggs are rotated 3 times a day. And even if I do all 3 of those things, the likelihood of a single egg actually hatching is still less than 10%. I even spoke to a professional to get their opinion on whether or not this is actually gonna be possible, and she said this.
The supermarkets do not want members of the public to be able to create life baby chicks from eggs.
So I'm going against all the rules here, and it's something I shouldn't even be doing. But the question is, why don't the supermarkets want people doing this?
The supermarkets only will buy eggs where there's girls in the cage.
Oh.
So you have 0 chance.
So it's impossible for me to hatch a Sainsbury's egg?
In theory, yes it is. Sainsbury's do not want you doing that. So in theory, you've got 0 chance.
So based on what this professional's saying, this clearly wasn't gonna work. But then she moved on to telling me a secret that may upset a lot of powerful people.
Sometimes there will be cases where the egg supplier in the farm is a little bit naughty. The farm might not have enough eggs to satisfy the supermarket's order. So they will just take the eggs from the boy and girl pen and they will lump those in with the girl only pen.
So there you have it. We're about to find out if the industry has some corruption running through its veins. If I manage to hatch a Sainsbury's egg with an incubator from Amazon, then, well, I'll just leave Zoe to tell you what happens next.
If you manage to hatch quails from the eggs from the supermarket, you are going to massively ruffle some feathers in that supermarket. You are going to be upsetting the supermarket. You are going to be upsetting the brand of eggs that you're incubating. And ultimately, that is going to roll back to the supplier, who is going to lose their contract, probably.
If I successfully hatch this Sainsbury's egg, I'm going to do you the honour of naming the baby quail after you.
Someone named a pig after me once.
Oh, here we go. Do you sell quail eggs? Oh, no, here they are. 12 quail eggs. £8 for a pet chick. If I went to like a chicken farm, they would charge me about 40 quid for that. Bro, there's actually yolk on the bottom of there where one's like been splattered. This is our mission, to save the lives of yolky chicks.
On the pack of eggs, it tells the customer to refrigerate after purchase, and I've got a feeling that this is their insurance to make sure that the embryo is completely dead. And if you don't put them in the fridge, well, then there's a slight possibility that you could have a chick running around in your cupboards in 18 days. On the first day, I went through a process called candling, which is where I shine a bright light into the eggshell to see if there's an embryo forming. If I see a dark shadowy area inside the egg, it's usually a sign of life.
It's quite hard to tell. You have to kind of rotate it. Don't think that's got anything in it either. No, that's just yolk inside. No, nothing at all. No, super clear.
I was starting to give up hope until I got to the final egg.
I'm not even kidding, that's got veins in it. Look at how the light's penetrating there, but not here, and all of them veins.
That's all dark up there.
There is 1 egg out of this batch of 12. The yolk, the embryo, oh, knows. It has veins and like multiple dark patches in there. So this is our only hope.
It's been a couple of days now, and I'm literally in and out of my office every single day, multiple times a day, just monitoring the incubator, just trying to see if I could see any sign of life with the candling little device that I have. But right now, nothing has changed. I haven't checked all of the eggs, but I've checked majority of them, and the majority of them are all pointing to no development, which is really, really annoying, and it's driving me insane because I'm starting to think that this whole thing was a complete waste of time, and everybody who's done this on YouTube before is completely lying. But we've still got a couple of weeks to find out. I'm going to keep monitoring the incubator every single day, and I'm going to keep updating you guys on the progress, so I'll check in with you tomorrow. According to the research that I'd been doing, by now I should have been seeing signs of life, but yet nothing. But as I was starting to give up, I had my first breakthrough.
Okay,
This one's dark. The actual pattern on the shell is quite dark, so it's hard for the light to penetrate through it. So this one, I can't even test it properly. Another one. Oh my god, it's actually working. Oh my god. Check this. Can you guys see the embryo moving inside? You see it wiggling about? That's the embryo. Okay, right. You see these eggs here? These are chicken eggs, but I'm guessing the progression of the embryo growing is typically the same. We could actually be on day 5 based on what I'm seeing in the egg right now. I need to put him back in. At the bottom of the egg, you could see this. It was like a separated substance at the bottom. I've got about 17 to 18 days before I get a full hatch. I'm not getting my hopes up yet. That was the only egg in that entire machine that had this little blob of something moving around in there. I'm just gonna hope for the best and hope that it keeps developing. I have a little bit of a problem. The egg that I last checked, which is the one that you just saw, in 2 or 3 days, no more development's been made. But something else happened, and it completely surprised me. Just when I thought all the other eggs in the incubator were dead, I went back and thoroughly checked each one. All but one was showing rapid signs of development. Brother, I can see a heartbeat. Oh my god, bro! I need my phone! I just saw a heartbeat! It's moving, I wanna hold it still.
You have 0 chance.
I can't believe we're catching this on camera. I'm losing my damn mind.
So it's impossible for me to hatch a Sainsbury's egg.
I feel like I'm crying right now. This is the only one. I didn't see it moving before I turned on the camera. I just saw the darkness. I'm sorry for them sounds I just made. I never made a sound like that in my damn life. Yeah, I sound like a dinosaur. Yeah. The fact that I get to do this, be this excited and show you guys and tell you an amazing story is like a dream come true to me. So if you are enjoying this video, please drop a like. It just gives me a signal that you're enjoying what I'm doing. There's nothing I love more than reading through the comments on my videos, especially when you guys write those chunky paragraphs where I get to read through it and you actually express how you feel and how the video made you feel. So man, let's continue. I'm gonna keep you guys updated and I'll check in with you again tomorrow. Right, welcome back. It is not the next day, unfortunately, but I have been checking in on the eggs every single day. I've made a little upgrade to our equipment as well, which makes this process 10 times easier because these eggs may hatch when I'm asleep at night or if I'm out during the day. So this right here is like a baby monitoring cam and it detects motion, which is perfect because this is gonna trigger this camera and give me a notification on my phone when it detects movement. So every 2 hours when this automatically rotates, I do get a notification. It's a little annoying, but I'd hate to miss the birth of these baby quails. In the meantime, I decided to start building the quail's first home, which was this little wooden pen I kept in my office. But even after the quail's new home was complete, it was still a waiting game. I waited and waited and waited. I've been playing a couple of games of Warzone on my PC. I look to my left and there's something moving in the incubator. It worked! It fucking worked! Oh my god. Welcome to the world, little guy. You're from Sainsbury's. Hello. I don't know what to name you. Oh my god. He's so cute, man. I genuinely don't have words right now for what's actually happening. I was literally playing Warzone and I literally got a notification from the baby monster cam saying that there was movement detected, and I was thinking to myself, wait there, this thing only rotated like 30 minutes ago and it's meant to rotate every 2 hours. That's not a rotation that it's detecting. It's detecting movement. He's falling asleep. He's so tired. This egg was meant to be somebody's breakfast and I've incubated it and produced this. But as I was monitoring the quail, I noticed something. Another egg started moving. Oh my god, I'm capturing the other one cracking open. Oh my god. Oh my god! 2 Sainsbury's eggs! 2 fucking Sainsbury's eggs! As I watched these quails live their first moments in the world, I couldn't help but think about the fact that this would have literally been served as breakfast if I didn't take out this experiment. A few hours later, I had to hold them. I was so intrigued. I mean, even the cat was intrigued. Of course, it'll probably rip its head off if it got to it. That night, I introduced the quails to their new home and they almost instantly became best friends. They never once left each other's side. I felt some sense of connection and responsibility to look after them, and they appear to feel the same. Every time I put my hand out, they came running out to see me. Alright, good morning everyone. It is the next day. I've just come down to check on the quails, right? These creatures are actually insane. They're easily startled and they have so much energy. It's almost like as soon as you come down to see them, they get super excited that there's like someone there. In other news, today is a huge day because today is the day the army start hatching. Wait, the army? You see, I've been keeping a secret from you. A few days after I found out that there were only going to be a small amount of survivors, I couldn't help but think about how lonely they were going to be without any brothers or sisters. So I had a plan to incubate an entire army of them.
Well, we're back in here again.
I'm using the same room as I did for one of my previous projects where I turned my room into a giant functioning ecosystem. But this time, I've turned this room into a base for my army of quails.
This is going to be the tool that allows us to incubate 300 quail eggs.
Yep, you heard that correct. This is actually a thing. 300 quails are going to be born in this damn room. To do this, I needed to massively upgrade our equipment, so I did just that. This machine will also rotate the eggs for me, just like the other one, but has much better humidity and temperature control, so the hatch rate from this thing should be much higher than the one I got from Amazon. Next, I had to fill these trays with the quail eggs. Subscriber! Which then slot into the incubator, ready to leave for 18 days. But as I was secretly doing this in the background, these should hatch at a similar time to the eggs in the Amazon incubator. But you're probably thinking,
Why is he doing so many?
according to Google, quails are social creatures and love the company of other quails. I knew out of 12 eggs, the chances of an egg actually hatching would be pretty low. So I decided to hatch an entire army of them for these two to play with when the army were born. But I also had another idea that involves all of you guys watching this video right now. Each egg that I successfully hatch is the equivalent to 100 people. I'm gonna build this army to defeat all of you watching at home, and the only way that you'll be able to defeat my quail army is to subscribe. This means, depending on how many quails hatch from these eggs, we times that by 100, and that's how many subscribers this video needs to get for you to defeat my quail army. Are you really gonna let my army of quails defeat you? Day 1, the army were looking strong. Day 2, still looking strong, and the incubator was running perfectly. Day 3, same again. Day 7, I decided to candle a few of the eggs and I saw some development. Day 10, I realised Sainsbury's are gonna hate me for this video. Day 15, I had eggs on toast and I could barely stomach it. I can't do it. Day 17, I got the enclosures ready for the army that's about to hatch. Day 18, this happened.
Zero chance.
After this, I honestly don't know if I'll ever be able to look at eggs the same way again. That being said, I'd like to introduce you to what your local supermarket decided was somebody's breakfast. I've been getting notifications all night on my monitor. When I open the door to this incubator, all the quails are going to come flooding out, and then this is going to be like our little loading bay. Oh my god! Oh my god! There's so many! And there's only one thing left to do. Introduce the two lonely quails to their flock of brothers and sisters. This is the moment. There's your family, sir. There you go. Look how much bigger the ones from the Amazon incubator are compared to these ones. They literally make them look like little midgets, you know. If there's one thing I've learned from this process, it's that eggs can be much more than food. And after this, I'm not sure where I'll go from here about eating eggs. But of course, I'm not gonna go on a vegan rant about how we kill millions of chicks each year for food. That is not what I'm here for. Eggs are an amazing source of protein and vitamins. But what I am here for is to just show you what we're actually capable of when we go out of our way. We can produce produce life from a pack of eggs on a shop shelf. Now that is something I never even knew was possible until now. And you can even do it yourself. It takes barely any effort and the result is the most wholesome thing I've probably ever felt. I've also left a link to all the products that I used to do this in the description. Oh yeah, before I go, I'd just like to let you know that out of 350 eggs, I managed to hatch a total of 193 chicks. And you know exactly what that means.